Let's talk about the Heisman Trophy. We got our finalists finally. We got 4 finalists, great players, obviously. You know how I feel about every one of them. Jayden Daniels, your betting favorite right now. Pretty clear he had a great year. Michael Penix Jr. from Washington, Bo Nix, and then Marvin Harrison Jr. Down there. I think it's pretty safe to say, you know, Jayden is the overwhelming favorite to win this thing. There's a lot of people that you know have already, you know, run away with this Heisman Trophy in terms of Jayden Daniels. I think it's a little bit of an argument between Michael Penix Jr. and Jayden Daniels. When you look at it, Penix now has led the country in passing 2 straight years. He's the quarterback of an undefeated #2 team that's in the playoff. He's been fantastic. Obviously, he's not the runner that Jayden Daniels is. But I wanted to just break both of these guys because they are both so good at what they do, but they're different players. So I wanted to show you kind of the strengths of both guys on the film as we, you know, get set for the Heisman Trophy unveiling here this weekend. So let me start with the video of Jayden Daniels, because Jayden does a lot of things well. Okay, so the first thing that he does is one, he recognizes what's going on pre-snap. See right here, he sees that the safety comes down, so he knows via the route concept, I'm gonna have the opportunity to take a shot deep, and as soon as those safeties stay low, boom, there's Neighbors, 48 yards down the field, and he takes that shot and he wins. Beautiful job by him, recognizing what's going on pre-snap, and then executing with a really good ball down the field. They do a lot of good stuff schematically, and right here, again, pre-snap, he sees that the safeties are deep, and because they're 2 deep safeties, he's gonna have the opportunity with quality timing to get this ball in front of the safety. So he's got this little concept right here, and look at that ball placement. He stays away from the defender, so he kind of stops his wide receiver right there, and then away from the defender, and then he's able to spin away and score. So he gets it, right? He understands what he's seeing out there, and then he understands the leverage. So can I go deep? Can I throw short? Do I need to stop my wide receiver? That sort of thing is next level. He's outstanding at that. And then, after all of that, you still got his ability to affect the defense with his legs. And this is where he really separates himself in terms of his dynamic ability. Good rush from Bama. And here he goes. He's outside. Look at this. Now, normally a quarterback would just run out of bounds, but he sees a different lane. He takes it, goes back toward the inside. Now, he takes a big hit, but those are extra yards that don't show up necessarily in the stat sheet. Those are important type of yards and cutbacks, and he's obviously got the dynamic ability. That last one was a scramble. This one, designed run. Watch LSU design this. They're going to release a lineman and a back up to the second level. Boom. They get the linebackers blocked, and now you see the speed. You know, Daniels is just a remarkable athlete. He's obviously great as a passer. And we see the examples of him really understanding the coverage, playing well from the pocket, manipulating the game from the pocket, and controlling the game from the pocket. And then you also see him and his ability to affect the game outside of the pocket. That's what's made him so dangerous and why he's the betting favorite to win the Heisman Trophy. Now, I will say, Penix is different, but what he does well, he does exceptionally well. Let's take a look at the video of Michael Penix from Washington. I categorize him as a great passer of the football, not just thrower of the football, but passer. And the reason I say that is because every time he throws something, he's throwing it with the proper leverage away from the defender. So he always misses on the correct side. Here he's got a slot fade, and he doesn't bring his wide receiver toward the defender. He takes him away from the single defender in the middle of the field. Look at this ball as we spin around here, the camera angle. Where is it? Outside, high and outside. It allows his wide receiver to go make an adjustment away from the defense and away from the defense's help. Okay, so again, you've got to understand leverage, the type of ball to throw. You know, am I throwing it hard? Am I throwing it with touch? These are all things that he excels at. When we move to the next clip, this is against Oregon, and watch this great little bunch release right here. So he's got one short route and a deep route, and he makes the decision quickly, right? So he's anticipating, he's got the deep route that he wants because he sees the parallel shoulders and the squatting of the corner. And look at this ball, touch away from the defender. So everything is thrown with the proper leverage. I love watching him pass the ball because it's so good. That one out in front with some touch. We move ahead in this game to really the most critical part of the game. Now we've got a late situation. It's fourth quarter, minute 38 left. They're down. They need a score. He's got his best player, Rome Odunze. He's up there. Now, he's going to throw this little fade, and look at this. This safety is on the near hash. That's not a big window, folks. okay? And watch the ball. He throws it lower, so he flattens the trajectory and he goes to the back shoulder, away from the defender, away from the help of the safety, and it ends up being a touchdown. Like, I love watching this guy on tape. He's so good in these moments. So like I said, he's not just a great thrower of the football, he's a great passer of the football. And there's a difference. There's a difference. So what Jayden Daniels does is a little bit different than what Michael Penix does. I think that these guys are equally great. You know, obviously Daniels lost some of the more important games that he played this year, whereas Penix did not. They're undefeated. They're going to the college football playoffs. So the production of Jayden Daniels now against the team quality and the importance of what the stats have been for Michael Penix Jr. I think it's a great debate here as we move along this week and we try to crown ourselves a new Heisman Trophy winner. By the way, best individual award in all of American sports. There's not a doubt in my mind. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.